kind of a reset day. I needed to do my quarterly reset anyway, and honestly today I just need to reset my life. You see my cat videos in the background because my cat loves watching them. I woke up not so early today. I already literally went to go run errands as soon as I woke up. Honestly, I thought I was gonna wake up naturally at an early time, so I didn't set an alarm, and obviously that did not happen. Why did I think that? I don't know. Actually, let's backtrack a bit. Hi, if you guys are new here, I'm Kai. I do all types of lifestyle videos, and I like doing these little resets. I switched to doing quarterly resets because that just helps me focus better. I do a lot of vlogs, so if you guys want to stick around, make sure to subscribe. But yes, this video is just gonna be like a reset video because I just need to get my life together. I obviously want to go through some of my book reviews for this quarter, any other stuff. I don't know. I don't remember I had really any goals. I also don't know if I want to set goals for this last quarter because again, it's like the last chunk of the year and anything goes at this time. Like I said, I'm really tired. I don't know why it is. California went through a heat wave, then it got cool again, but now we're currently back in a heat wave and it's just so annoying. And obviously, like, I just look like a mess. Like, I woke up, went to go run errands, and now I'm back. So I'm gonna have breakfast right now, but I just need to get my life back on track, catch up with you guys, and just all that stuff. It's gonna be a nice time to just get back into it. Like I said, I'm not sure why. Obviously, if you guys saw my last vlog, I went to Oogie Boogie, and then the day after Oogie Boogie, I did a full day at Disneyland, like opening to close. And I feel like when you're there, you're like on adrenaline, and then obviously you kind of crash after. So I was like so tired the rest of the few days after, and I've been tired ever since. So I'm just not bouncing back as I used to. Today I also want to bake because I feel like bake also relaxes me and just kind of makes me focus since I have to be very precise. So this video is going to be a lot of things, catching up, getting back on track, and all of that. So obviously I'm going to show you guys all of that, and it's going to be a good one. Let's get back into it, y'all. Alright friends, it is currently 1 p.m. I just finished my first step of the baking process, and I filmed 2 videos right now, which is why I have makeup on and I'm sitting in the spot and my room looks kind of clean. I needed to film 2 videos. One is actually for my wellness channel, which I have not uploaded in months, so I figured I needed to do video. So yeah, but I pre-filmed the video for this channel. It's another Early Dirty Diaries, so I'm excited about that. I'm also just so behind in like video wise. A good chunk of the summer I had at least like 2 to 3 pre-filmed videos, which was nice because like there's obviously weeks where like I'm like I just don't feel like filming, I don't feel like doing a vlog, there's nothing really exciting going on, and it's nice to have like a pre-filmed video because I'm like, oh cool, I have this, I can just edit it and upload. But this time around I had like nothing, so technically I am freaking out a little bit because right now with this one that I just filmed I have 2 videos, pre-filmed videos. But I know like these upcoming weeks like nothing major is happening, so I was like dang it, so I need to think of ideas. But yeah, one of them is for my wellness channel, which again I always have a link in the description if you guys want to check it out. Again, I haven't uploaded in a while, but if you guys want to like hear me talk about like specific things about like nutrition and all of that stuff, let me know in the comments down below here, because for you guys that don't know, I have my nutrition certification through Precision Nutrition and I'm so excited about that. I definitely need to make more videos on that channel. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas specifically on what you guys want to hear, let me know down below. But yes, now I have 50 minutes before I'm letting one of my doughs rise, but then I need to prep the second baking thing that I need to do because it's my brother and my sister-in-law's wedding anniversary and I wanted to make them like a sweet treat, but it's something that I've never made before, which I'm kind of looking nervous. It's like a, what is it called? Let me look it up. It's an apple cheesecake crumb cake, which sounds amazing, but I've also never made it before, which I don't know why I thought this was a great idea. So I'm gonna make that for them because I thought it would be really sweet in both ways. Sweet as in nice and sweet as in delicious. Our family loves sweets. I feel like this day is going so fast but also so slow, and I feel like I still have so much to do. I want to go to NutriShop to get like energy drinks because I need energy drinks for the week anyway. Y'all, I try to go without energy drinks because I was like, no, let me not have energy drinks, and I was so exhausted at the gym like this last few weeks. Even my niece, because she started coming to the gym with me, she was like, I saw you from afar and you look so out of it, and I was like, yay. I'm so tired. I need to clean up my room. Like filming like these type of talking head videos is so funny because like you guys see my room, it's pretty plain, but like the rest of my room looks like a mess because I just like plop everything everywhere. So I need to clean this up really quick. I'm obviously getting tired if you guys hear my voice because I've been talking like consistently for like an hour. But actually let me talk about like at least my book reviews now, since I'm at least wearing some makeup and sitting in this spot. So for this quarter, I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 books, which is actually pretty decent, especially since I was out and about a lot these last few months. So the books I read is One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid, Fantastic Land by Mike Bachman. I also don't have my glasses on, so I can't read. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins, My Year of Rest and Relaxation, Before We Were Strangers, Once and For All, August and Everything After, Business or Pleasure, and then The Love That Split the World by Emily Henry. One True Loves, I actually saw the movie first on Hulu. As to Philippa Sue that I know from Hamilton, I feel like I have a dilemma with this story because the story itself doesn't lend itself well for like a movie, but I also don't feel like there's enough to make it like a limited series. I feel like it's just one of those stories that like, how can you accurately tell it, you know? Because basically the gist of the story is actually very interesting. You guys want to read it? Basically this girl, she's married to someone and he goes missing at sea, and obviously years pass, so at that point they presume him dead. So after years pass, like she's ready to like rebuild her life. She moved back home and then she reunites with a guy she had a crush on in like high school, and they start romance, and basically they obviously get engaged eventually. And literally once they're engaged, she gets a call that her first love was found, and now she has to deal with the fact that she has, you know, her husband has returned, but she has this guy she's engaged with. I feel like this just sounds like those cheesy dramas that you're like, what is she gonna do? But honestly, I actually like the message of the story because I feel like it focuses a lot about her and how she changed as a person, which I feel like I actually enjoyed because I feel like it was less about the guys but more her. Not that she didn't love her first husband, but for me, I felt like she also gravitated to him a lot because he represented a lot of what she didn't want to be. And then obviously when everything happened and he went missing, she moved back home. She kind of realized that she was running away from the life that like she's now currently living, if that makes sense. I feel like I've seen reviews where people are like, why is she having a hard time deciding between these guys? But I don't think it's necessarily about the guys. It's the fact that she's kind of fighting with herself and who she really is, because even before he goes missing, and again I feel like this is what I'm saying, like I feel like even in the book they needed to explore that a little bit more, where like in the book she mentions to the first guy that she like thinks about having, like they both want to have kids but she wants to move back home because basically they're living in LA and they're from Connecticut, I believe, like it's from the East Coast, like one of those areas. But like she had mentioned it even before that he was like, that she's like, if we have kids, like I would love to move back home. And he was like, no, this is our life now, we're traveling, all that stuff. And she was kind of like, no, like I want a quiet life. So that was even way before he went missing. And again, I feel like this is also why I like the story, because I thought it was a really interesting way of like analyzing her as a person. Deep down this is actually what she wanted, but I don't know, I think it was really interesting. Again, it's one of those things that I feel like, how do you really portray that? The movie obviously rushes through all of that really quick, and I feel like it does take a more like comedic approach in the movie. Like the whole movie just takes a comedic approach, which again was kind of weird because like reading the book, like I felt like it's a very like, not like super serious, like you're like, oh my gosh I want to be crying. Like I just felt like it was more of a thoughtful book. The book is more about her, what is it that she actually wants in her life type of vibe. And again, it's about her kind of realizing who she is at her core. So I really enjoyed that book. Fantastic Lad, I actually enjoyed this book more than I thought. It is more of a horror book, which I've never read a horror book, but basically it's about a theme park, a fictional theme park called Fantastic Land, and they get stuck in a hurricane. And basically what I actually liked about how this book is written is that it's written present, because basically this event happened years ago, so it's interviewing the people who survived what happened. And I thought it was really interesting because you're hearing like these people's first-hand accounts of what happened. The description for this book literally says like Lord of the Flies but adults. People made their own groups. It got crazy, intense. It does get a little gruesome sometimes, but I thought it was really interesting. I love the way that it was written because again you're kind of reading like these first-person accounts, so it's not like a linear story, but that was really interesting. Again, I don't really read horror, but I really enjoyed this. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, I had a love-hate relationship with this book. I love The Hunger Games and I wanted to like this book. Like I don't hate it, I enjoyed it. I also feel like it dragged on a little bit too long. I read a lot of my books on Libby, like all of these were on Libby. I was literally rushing towards the end. My rental time was expiring, but I was like, I just cannot get through this book. Like it's just so long. So yeah, like I was just kind of like skimming through the end. It was okay. I didn't hate it. I love hearing about snow. I will say though that again, I did like certain parts of the book. There's a lot of aspects that in the movie gave to Snow to handle, if that makes sense. And I feel like it made him more sympathetic in the movie, whereas the book, he was like not involved in any of these things. And I feel like in that aspect, again, the book told his story a little bit better, as it happens, you know. I would suggest reading this though if you guys are like in the Hunger Games and you guys saw the movie. I would love to hear your thoughts on the book. My Year, Rest and Relaxation. This is another book that I feel like I did not expect to like as much. The main character is a pretentious person and you kind of hate her, but honestly, I appreciate that she kind of knows that she sucks. And I feel like that's also what makes this book a lot more interesting. It is a weird book because she's basically, how do I say this without getting demonetized? You know, she's taking stuff to purposely make her go to sleep. So she lies and finds someone who can like give her things to make her go to sleep. Homegirl's struggling is all I'm gonna say. But again, she knows that she's like a terrible person. I appreciate that from the author because I feel like sometimes there's some authors that write like a terrible character and like the character is so oblivious to the fact that they're terrible, and I feel like that makes it so much stressful. But this girl, she knows that she sucks. So honestly, I thought this was a very interesting story. It's not something that I've read, you know. It's a very interesting story, so definitely check that out. Before We Were Strangers, I heard so much about this book and I thought it was okay. Like, I didn't hate it. Again, I thoroughly enjoyed reading it. I feel like there was a lot of missing pieces to this story. I feel like I mentioned this in a vlog because I feel like I've talked about this, but I think the title does the book disservice. These two main characters basically lost touch and then reunite, but like we don't really learn too much about their time apart. Like, sure, they like talk about some things, but I kind of wish if they wanted to do this, they would have spent time talking about like the time that they were apart, because they do flashback and have a few chapters about their life of when they met, how they started talking, all of that stuff. I wish we had more meat of like when they were actually strangers, you know? But overall, it was pretty decent. Once and For All with my girl Sarah Dessen. I will never know how to say her last name. I had a love-hate relationship with this book. I will forever love her books. Like, they're just fun to read and they're just super quick to read as well. But this book, I don't know. I feel like this one was underbaked is the best way I can explain it. It honestly had such a great plot line for the main character. I feel like it was a topic that I feel like in modern time is such a great topic to be able to talk about, but I also feel like it wasn't thoroughly, like I feel like it needed more time to go through her grief is all I'm gonna say. Also, like the male character, because usually for Sarah Dessen books, something that I do appreciate is that like the main character also has their own thing going on, like almost like a little backstory for them as well. But I feel like this guy did not. Like, I feel like we never really got a resolution for why he is the way he is, you know? And I feel like all her other books do have that, so I was just like, I don't know, it just wasn't my favorite. Again, I enjoyed reading it, don't get me wrong. They both date other people in this book and they both do the other people dirty, which again, I was just confused about. Like, I expected them to do the right thing before they got together. So it was just not my favorite book, which again made me really sad because again, the main character girl, she has such a good storyline that I actually feel like should have been explained a little bit more, because I feel like that hindered her a lot and it was a very valid reason that hindered her. So I'm a little disappointed in that. August and Everything After, honestly, I didn't read this book because I wanted to. It's just because all my books on Libby were on hold, and this is just one of the books Libby was like, hey, you can read this now. It was okay. Not my favorite. Business or Pleasure by Rachel Lynn Solomon. Y'all, I want to give this book maybe a 3.5. It could have been a 4, guys. It could have been a 4. I actually really enjoyed the start of this book. I thought it was so good. I was hooked. I was like, I can't wait to read next. The middle was okay, and then I feel like the end was rushed. Again, it was such a neat idea. The gist is that she's a ghostwriter. She meets this guy randomly one day and they actually hit it off. Something happens and she was like, nope, I'm out. It's not serious. It's not like a bad thing. Like, she got the ick, okay? So basically she gets into the ghostwriting job and it's for him, and she had no idea who he was. Basically, he's like a famous actor and he was going incognito. It's such a cute storyline. Like, I was so hooked, but then like the middle kind of lost me. I feel like this is one of those books that just wanted to be spicy when it didn't need to be, or like it didn't have to have so much spice, if that makes sense. Because I feel like that also took away, at least in my opinion, from the storyline developing. Because I feel like, I don't know if she was like, I need to include this because this is what people want. I don't know. It kind of ruined the whole them building their relationship, I guess, or like her having more of a weird repulsiveness because of her ick for a while. Like I feel like they jumped into like getting to know each other pretty quick, which again kind of lost me, and then at the end it just felt so rushed. Their lives was perfect, yay. And again, something that I actually liked about this book is I feel like they're both going through like a crisis of like their careers and like what they want to be and all that stuff. I feel like that would have been so nice to explore for both of them a lot more. Again, it felt so rushed at the end that at the end they both are doing the thing that they wish they did. So I was like, I feel like we needed more of that conflict, or like more of that to talk about, you know? And then finally, The Love That Split the World by Emily Henry. I want to talk about this because this is actually the first Emily Henry book that I read, and it's actually her first like book she ever released. And y'all, I actually enjoyed it. Again, this is one of those books that could have also been a 4. It does deal a little bit with like mythicism or like supernatural stuff. I actually really enjoyed this book. Every time when I looked up at spoilers, there was like a lot of blogs from like 2016, and I feel like it gave me like nostalgia for that time because I used to have like a blog, you know, a blog with a B, a website blog. It was such a book for its time, and I feel like I really enjoyed it. I feel like it just lost me a lot of the times with like the supernatural stuff. Not that it was bad, it's just like I couldn't understand it. Like it was like a lot of time loops and different reality. Like it was just a lot of that you're like, what is happening right now? Again, this is one of those books that like I really enjoyed the main character and who she was as a person, because she's basically going through a lot, like personally, her identity. She's basically adopted, so that's like another layer to her, who she is. But then towards the end of the book, I'm like, what is happening? Like my little brain could not understand. So overall, like it was a pretty decent book. Like again, I haven't read any of her new books, but I feel like going off what I've seen, like a lot of her newer books are more like cutesy and romancy, and I'm excited to read them, don't get me wrong. I have them on Libby on my holds, but I also kind of feel sad. Like this was a pretty interesting debut book, having that kind of supernatural vibe. Like I kind of wish, again, I haven't read any of her other books, so let me know down below, but like I felt like I kind of got sad that like if she pivoted to more just like cute romancy books, because I feel like this would have been a really interesting like genre or just type of book, because obviously it has romance in it too. I thought it was a really good book, like overall for being her debut book. I was like, okay girl, go for it. But yes, that is currently my book reviews. I had looked at my goals on my Notion and I realized that I didn't update them, and I feel like I have no idea if to update my goals. October, November, December are like such weird months. I'm already mentally prepared, having fun, and like all the fun stuff of the holidays, but I also feel like I can't slack off. I am doing a challenge with my local Nutri-Shop, and I just realized that it doesn't end until the weekend before Thanksgiving. So at least for like one of my main goals right now is to like focus on my nutrition and have that be good, but I also like keep my nutrition up during the holidays, or learn balance. I guess learn balance during the holidays, because obviously I still want to indulge in like sweets, especially in the holidays. It just feels so like magical. Like I obviously don't want to restrict myself, but I also don't want to go overboard, which I can easily do. So I think balance is gonna be one of those things that I'm gonna focus on for this year. I feel like that's like the main things I want to focus on, just like nutrition and balance, just because I just want to end this year well and not go like too crazy or anything, all that stuff. So I didn't want to make any other like major goals, because I feel like at this point I know that I'm gonna be a little bit more relaxed, and I feel like I'd rather make like big goals like starting the new year. So that's gonna be fun. That is my book reviews and my goals for now. I'm gonna continue getting my life together for the rest of the day, so yes, let's continue. Okay guys, it is now time for me to take off my makeup and just overall do my skincare, just relax now. I feel like I wasn't getting a lot of footage throughout the day just because I did bake something new today. I baked, I think it's an apple cheesecake crumble cake. I'll put the link down below, because honestly it was so good. I gave it to my family and they all said it tasted like an apple pie cheesecake, which honestly sounds amazing. And I was just so exhausted because I also like made biscuits. Basically I had a carton of buttermilk that was expiring and I just needed to use it up, and I just wish they sold buttermilk in smaller containers. So if you guys know where they sell buttermilk that's not like in a huge little carton, let me know. Basically I was just trying to find recipes that had buttermilk so I can just use it up. And think about it, I did 2 different recipes today. No, 3 different recipes today that all use buttermilk. I did a loaf, I did obviously the apple crumble cheesecake thing, and then I did biscuits. All those things had buttermilk, and still the carton had not finished. And keep in mind, I had already had this carton in the fridge for a few weeks now because I had used it for something else before. Oh my gosh, it's like the most eternal buttermilk carton ever. Anyways, that was that. Like I'm definitely one of those people that like enjoys when people say they like the thing that I make. Like, I think that's also why I love baking, because I love seeing people's reactions of like once they eat it and be like, oh my gosh, this tastes really good. That makes me really happy. I feel like I needed that today, this little reset moment to just have a little boost of confidence, you know. I do feel like this wasn't the most traditional of resets, but it was a reset to me. I just wanted to get myself back on track, and that's how I just did it. Obviously the last half of the day I just relaxed. Since I was baking so much, I did not feel like cooking, so I just got Subway, which, fun fact, they have a buy one get one free foot long if you guys want to get on that. But yeah, I just want to relax now. Also, the Dodgers are playing in the postseason, and that's been very stressful. I just need Shohei to win, you know. He needs this. Actually, all the Dodgers guys, I'm rooting for all of them. I just want them to win. So I was watching the game too, and I just feel like I'm the very anxious person, so I just like couldn't think while it was happening, because I was like, I just don't want to know. Makeup is off. I do want to do like a deeper rinse. My skin has actually been very dry lately. I actually struggle with really dry lips, which I hate. I hate that so much because they get dry super quick. But in general, my face has been getting really dry lately, and it's just been not fun. I feel like that's the one thing about like winter that I'm dreading, because I feel like obviously once it's like cold, I feel like everything's just a lot more drier. So that's not gonna be fun. So yeah, I just got my CeraVe moisturizer. This is a facial moisturizer. I'm just gonna put it on for right now just to give myself some boost at the moment. I'm just trying not to feel so gross. I wish I had like a natural facial mask I could do, but I don't. So I'm making do with what I have. But yes, I am now gonna get ready for bed, because I honestly need a good night's sleep. Something that I do want to do, maybe I'll make that a goal for like the next few months, is that I want to sleep at a normal, reasonable time. I feel like I definitely spend way too much time, and you know what, it's not even on social media. I have like this game on my phone called Gummy Drop, and I don't know what it is about this game, but it's just sucks me in so much. It's funny because I used to play it back when I was in college a few months ago. I thought about it again and I was like, oh, I wonder if that game's still on, and it's still available, and it's still like actually regularly updated. So I was like, let me give it a shot, and y'all, it has been wasting my time a lot actually. So one of the things that sucks is that like at the end of the night, like nighttime is usually when I finally have time for myself, so I feel like it's when I play it the most. But the thing is, like, once I keep going, I can't stop, so then I sleep super late. I need to find like a balance. Like, sure, I can have a fun little moment to play, but it shouldn't be taking up a good chunk of my night. So that's something that I need to work on. That'll make that a goal for the end of this year. At least sleep at a decent time. There's just so many benefits to sleep just because your body generally needs it. I just need to get better than that. But yes, I'm now gonna unwind. Like I said, this wasn't the most of traditional resets. I was just trying to figure out my day, how did it go. Obviously, I catch up with you guys at least on my book reviews for this quarter and all of that stuff. So hopefully at least you guys got to chill out with me for a bit and just have like a little chill time with this video. But yes, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up and subscribe. And comment down below what is a way that you love to reset for the month or the quarter. Like I said, I do these quarterly now just because I just function better that way. I feel like doing monthly was stressing me out more. So if you guys reset in a specific way, something you like to do, especially now that like it's fall and I feel like it's finally like a big shift from like summer to fall, what is one day that you're refreshing for fall? Or are you already prepping for like Christmas? Let me know, because I low-key am too. I literally went into my shed and found my Christmas lights that I put in my room because I'm so excited. I'm not even putting them up yet, but I just wanted to know that they're there. So I'm honestly low-key mentally preparing for Christmas. Let me know all of those things down below. And yes, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye!